What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and once again, I want to thank you guys for supporting my channel. So by now, many of you guys have probably heard this viral audio where JD Vance is seemingly going off on Elon Musk. And I want to play part of this video for you, or part of this audio for you, and then I want to come back and talk about two things. One, how dangerous AI is, and two, why we were so convinced that this fake audio was real.
He's making us look bad. He's making me look bad. And I'll tell you this, and he wouldn't like it if I said it, but he's not even immigrant. He is from South Africa, and he's cosplaying as this great American leader in a room that has the portraits of some of the greatest men that ever led this country. And he has the audacity to act like he is an elected official. I am an elected official. I am the important one in this situation.
So first of all, I want to point out that this audio has been proven to be 100% fake, but that did not stop it from circulating and getting millions of views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube as well. So that brings me to this conversation that I want to have with you guys about the dangers of AI. Probably about 6 months to a year ago, a friend of mine and I were talking about AI and how it's advancing and everything, right? And we were saying, man, like, is there going to be a time when, people are going to be able to have video or audio of any of us that seems to be real, of us saying things or doing things that compromises us? And that's where we are today. And it's scary because that could happen to any single one of us. This audio sounded very real. There was background noise in the audio that made the audio seem like something that we've heard before, because we've heard secret recordings before. And this sounded like a secret recording, and it also sounded just like JD Vance. And that, I don't know, there are companies out there that ran that audio through some type of detection, software, and they found it to be fake. At what point do we get to a point in this country where that's not going to be possible? So that's scary to me, because that could happen to any one of us. On the other hand, the reason why we all were so convinced that this was real is because we know this is probably how JD Vance feels. We've heard about the arguments that have gone on. The Trump administration have not even denied that there are people in his cabinet that don't like Elon Musk. There are people in his cabinet who thinks Elon Musk is running around like he's the president or the vice president. If you watch, there are a lot of videos of Donald Trump and Elon Musk at Mar-a-Lago. And if you watch the people, the MAGAs who see these videos and their comments, they're always commenting things like, yeah, go Trump, go Elon Musk. These guys are fixing America. JD Vance, on the other hand, you really never see him all that much. You never see him with Donald Trump. You never really see him in the vice presidential role. We typically see Elon Musk in that role. Who was at a cabinet meeting addressing the cabinet about things going on with Doge? Who was at the Oval Office with Donald Trump more than JD Vance? Elon Musk is. If you were to ask an outsider looking in who does not pay attention to politics, who the president and the vice president were, they would probably say Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So the reason we were so convinced is because it is possible that things like this have been said by JD Vance about Elon Musk. And understand something, this entire cabinet is in disarray. There's a lot of incompetence coming from it. There's a lot of arguments and misunderstandings. And I can almost guarantee you there's going to be a point where people like Marco Rubio or Pete Hegseth or Pam Bondi, some of those people leave this administration and then go out and write a book or try to pretend that they were never down for all of the things that were going on. They're all going to try to pretend and try to run away from the policies and all of the disarray that's going on with the Trump administration. And that's why I always say we have to always remind them what they were complicit in. All these things that are going on right now, all of the firings and rehirings and the misunderstandings and the arguments and the problems that we're having with air traffic and disaster mitigation, we have to remind them that all of these things happened because they did not put their foot down. They were not the guardrails that we thought or we expect people in a cabinet to be. So just remember that the reason we thought that was true, the reason we thought that audio was real, is because we know those are the types of things that are going on behind closed doors. I've said many times that, the Republican Party and the Trump administration is an unserious party. It's even worse than that. Not only are they unserious, they're incompetent. They are people who don't know how to use group chats. They are people who don't know how to take their time and maybe try and cut some waste from the federal government and end up, firing people that they need and stuff like that. So, again, this is why it's important for us. And I know there are some people out there, and I've heard some pretty compelling arguments about, hey, we probably won't even get to vote in 2026. I still believe that we will. And that is why I still believe that it is so important for us to vote in 2026, take back the House and the Senate, become the guardrails for this guy for the next 2 years after that, and then get rid of these people who are ruining our country. We are in the find out phase of the Trump administration, and we are finding out that this incompetence is hurting all of us. Period. Hey, if you like my content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out the merch at leftlaughs.com. As always, I appreciate you guys supporting my channel.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.